Hello, it's Ryan from M&B Tech TV, the home of tech, gadgets and reviews for the everyday family. If you're like me and have children at home and can't quite afford the big price tag that comes with some of the big brands, well, never fear. I'm here to bring you the best tech and of course the best places in where to get it. So today we're going to be unboxing and reviewing the Chinese smartwatch, the KW18. So let's get this underway and have a little closer look. So here is the Kingwear KW18 Smartwatch. It's available from a few different outlets. It's available from Amazon, eBay and GearBest. But what I'll do is I'll put some links in the description so you can go and take a look yourself. Now I bought mine from GearBest for a little just over £30, which is just a fraction of the cost that you would pay for kind of some of the high street brands. Now, delivery was really quick. It took roughly about a week and a half to get to me in Manchester. And if you've ever bought anything from China before, it does take quite a while. So for a week and a half to get from China to Manchester is quite quick to get something from over there. Now, the watch itself comes in 3 different colours. It comes in champagne gold, black and silver. But today we're going to take a look at the black version. So let's take a look inside the box and see what it comes with. Now, as we open the box, we're presented with the watch and it's enclosed in this kind of soft foam padding, which is a nice little touch. But as we take the watch out, the weight of the watch itself actually is it's got a bit of weight on it in comparison to kind of some of the other Chinese smartwatches that are out there. It doesn't make it feel cheap, it makes it feel like a really good quality smartwatch. Now, speaking of quality, is the kind of wristbands here. These feel like they're a tough kind of plastic, not cheap or flimsy. They feel really good quality. Nice, and it fits and it feels really good on the wrist as well. Now, as we kind of make our attention to the back of the watch, you'll see just here is a heart rate monitor. You can see just this, and you go to the gym, you can measure your heart rate with it as well. I've used it a couple of times going to the gym this week, and it is, I would say, it's pretty accurate. Now, as we move on, you can see just here, this is where the charging port is. So instead of your bonded USB that kind of plugs into the side, this one has got these kind of magnetic little ports there. Now, I don't know if you can see, it's slightly just embezzled in, and the dock kind of sits on top when it charges, but we'll touch on that when we have the box itself. Apart from that, it's a really nice watch, really nice. As we turn our attention to the side of the watch, you see you've got 2 buttons and your microphone just there. The top one is for turning the power on and off, and then you've got the bottom button here, which you use to kind of go back through the menu, but we'll touch on that in just a second. On the other side, you've got your SIM card slot and SD card slot. All you do, there's a pin that's provided, similar to what you kind of used to get with the iPhone. What you do is just simply pop it in there, the tray comes out, then you pop your SD card on there, and then you flip it round, and then you can put your micro SIM card in there, and then it acts as kind of like an independent unit, so like a mobile phone as such, so you don't have to then use your data allowances if you wanted to from your own mobile phone. So we'll touch on the watch in just a second. Let's continue looking to see what we get inside the box as well. Now, as we open it up, like I mentioned before, you've got your little nice kind of foam pad in there. Then you're presented with 2 boxes, 1 on each side. So let's have a little look and see what's inside. So in this one is, let's have a look. There you go, is the little pin that we said earlier that we utilize to kind of, what you do is put it inside and the unit pops out. So there's your little pin in there, nothing else in that one. Then you get another little box, which I can assume this has got the charger in. So as we open it up, there we go. So as I said before, you do indeed have your charger. It's not your standard USB, as we mentioned earlier on. Oh, all tangled up. And what it does, and it's actually quite clever as well, because if you those of you that have your watches and you put them on your bedside table before you go to bed, some of the other charges, similar magnetic charges, I've noticed, they can be knocked off during the night. Whereas this one sits really tidily inside the bezel just there. I don't know if you can see, it's got the little pins just there, and all it does, it docks and sits really well. And it's quite tough. I'm wiggling it about quite a bit there and it's not coming off. And of course it can only go one way, because if you do try putting it the other way, the magnets just send it the other way and it won't connect. So it'll only kind of go and connect into one side just there. So let's continue looking inside the box. What else are we left with? You've got, of course, just like anything else, you do get your manual, which is in English and in Chinese, and takes you through everything you need to know step by step. And of course then it talks about the app that we're going to use with the watch, but I'm going to do that in another video and talk you through exactly step by step how to use the app in conjunction with your watch. Oh, and there's the QR code as well. Now the watch itself does come with a screen protector on already, because as we know, we do scratch and bump things, and with the kind of watch being on your wrist, it can be knocked. So you do get a screen protector on it, but then you do get a spare to kind of keep with you as well. So plenty of things, all the accessories that you need in one of these smartwatches. So let's power on the unit and have a little look exactly to see what's inside the watch itself. Let's turn it on. So you do get greeted by a nice little welcome actually for the watch. And then there we are. So you are greeted with a really nice, well-presented time, and it looks really funky as well. Now, at the moment, it is trying to connect to my phone, but I am going to do that in a different video and talk you through exactly kind of how the app works in conjunction with the watch. But with it being a Chinese smartwatch, and a really good one at that, you can change the watch faces. It has got 5 already pre-built in. To change it, all you need to do, keep your finger on it, and then all you need to do is swipe across, and then you do get some really good funky little watch faces. Now in the other video that I'm going to be doing, I'm going to talk you through another great element as well. We are led to believe that you can kind of download your own watch faces and kind of tailor make the watch to your personality. So in another video I'm going to talk you through that as well, which will come straight after this one. But let's concentrate on this one and have a look through. So as we swipe over, you're greeted with a whole host of different options. So this can either operate as an individual unit, i.e. with a SIM card, or it'll be paired up via Bluetooth to your mobile device. Oh, there we go. So you can either, when we start from the top, you do have your dialer, so you can make independent calls on there. All you need to do, as it is, tap away, press call, and then you can either use it as the independent device, or you can use it through your phone. Then you've got messaging. Now you can receive your messages via Bluetooth on here, and you can also send and receive them via Bluetooth, but then you can also have them locally within the phone there as well. So I find the phone's really easy to use, really friendly. It's just really nice. You can go through your outboxes, have your draft messages in there. You can delete messages. It is a really nice, swift kind of watch. Now, you can have your contacts. Again, you can add them locally, or you can go through your Bluetooth on your mobile phone and you can call them through there. Call logs, so you'll be able to see who you've called, what missed calls you've had, and what calls you can do. So you've got Bluetooth, as it says, so you can search for your Bluetooth devices there that you're going to connect to. As you can see at the moment, mine's already pre-registered onto my mobile phone just there. All you would do, select search new device, and then of course it will search through any kind of unit that you're going to connect it to, really. Pedometer, for those of you that do like to count your steps, perhaps if you're health fitness, or perhaps if you're doing a walkathon for charity, this is a really accurate pedometer. We've all tested it and it works really, really well. Sleep monitor monitors how long you've been to sleep. It is really, really good as well. Sedentary alarms. Now these are kind of like motion alarms for how long you've been sat down for. They give you alarms to dictate, kind of activate an alarm for when to stand up and have a bit of a walk around. Heart rate monitor is the one we've discussed before. So that was a previous one that I'd done on myself. So if we just do it again. So for those of you kind of with slim wrists like myself as well, you don't have to worry because it does actually go quite tight. So you can either have it quite loose like that, or you can take it, for me, you can take it a notch up and then it's even firmer to the skin. Now, I did do a heart rate monitor test earlier, but just to kind of show you, all you do is press start. It'll measure your heart rate using that little LED light, infrared, that's in the back of the watch. And there we are. So 78 beats per minute. There we go. So I am alive. Perfect. Now, from there, you scroll back up. You've got your music there, which again, you can either use from the content of here, or you can kind of link it up to your smartphone and play it from there. You've got your recorder, so you can do voice notes if you need to, or just generally if you want to just record anything, really, you can pop it on there. Video, this is a brilliant feature. What you can do is you can pop videos straight onto here using the memory card and then view it internally on the screen as well. Now, for the kind of watch it is, the quality is not too bad. You know, you wouldn't expect obviously HD quality, but for what you get, it's absolutely brilliant. Now you can do the remote shutter camera, so once it's linked up via the software, via the app, you can do the remote camera option where all you do, once it's linked, you press remote camera and you'll be able to view what you can see through your camera's lens on your phone, and then obviously control the shutter side of it on there. You've got your notifications. This is the home of all your notifications where you get everything on there. Now on there you can view all of your text messages. You get WhatsApp notifications on there, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. You do get them all on there. The other ones you can reply back to are your text messages. That's the only kind of con I would say to this, that you can get a Facebook notification, but you can't kind of respond back to it as such. Then you've got your settings option, which is just down at the bottom. And in here, then you've got all your Bluetooth settings. You've got your clock, which again you can change all the different types of clock faces. You can sync with your phone, which we've done earlier, or you can kind of manually do it yourself. Sound, you can change the kind of types of sounds that you get, so you can get them ringing, vibrating ring, you get vibrate then ring, or you can pop it on mute. You change all your different types of ringtones. There are a few kind of, there we are, there are a few kind of pre-built in there. Your notification tones for when you get all your bits and bobs as well. Volume, I've popped all mine up to the max. Just with it being on your wrist a little bit, sometimes you can miss it. I think that's why I've put the vibrate option on there as well. Now, there it is. So you've got display, so you can change kind of like the main menu style. Your brightness as well. Now this is quite bright. I've not even got it up to the brightest, but you can kind of get it right up there. Your screen timeout to save your battery life. I've just set mine to 15 seconds for now, but you can change that. Units, you can change them if you want them in metric or imperial. Motion is what I like to use. Now I've turned on the flip to mute incoming call. So if you've got an incoming call coming and you just want to mute the call, all you need to do is flick your wrist, and it does it there as well. You can do the flip to mute your alarm. Now I've got the wake up gesture on, so like, as you probably saw then, I turn my wrist that way. When I turn it back, it wakes back up again, just to shake you back, to save your battery life on there. Magic voice, something I've not quite gone into just yet, so I don't really know too much about that at the moment. You've got flight mode, and then you can go into international on here as well, and it comes up with all your different kind of languages, what you require for it. You do your hard resets there, then it's got all about on that one. All the standard stuff, what you would expect from the kind of smartwatches. You've got your calculators, which is quite really easy to use. You've got your alarms on there. All you need to do, tap, and it is just as easy as that. It is really, really easy to use. You've got your calendars, stopwatches. When you do put your memory card in, you can go into the file section as well and go and have a look into some of the files you've got. Then once you've got this linked up to your smartphone, you can do, which I think is a really cool option, so you can either search for your mobile. So if you've kind of misplaced your phone somewhere in the house, if you tap on search, tap start, and then your phone will start to make a ringing noise or a preset noise that you've decided on, and vice versa. You can use the app then to press search, and then your watch will then make a loud chiming noise. And then of course finally you've got the QR code. So to get the software, you can tap on there. I mean, you do get the QR code in your user manual, but you've also got it on your wristwatch as well, so you can scan that, and then all the relevant software that you'll need will be in there. But as we mentioned previously, it will be in the next video, and I'll go into great detail about how you can use it to kind of its full extent. But in terms of the watch itself, and for the cost of £30, I would say in my eyes an absolute bargain, and it's probably in my eyes as close as you're going to get to kind of some of the high-end smartwatches that are out there as well. So there you go, my in-depth review and unboxing of the Kingwear KW18 Smartwatch. I'll put all the links in the description below for you to go and have a little check out whenever you can. So my pros and cons for the KW18, my first pro is the cost. Now for only £30 you do get a quality smartwatch that does everything that I believe that a top-end smartwatch would do. I found it was user-friendly. I found that the watch was really easy to use, very friendly with a simple UI. And finally, receiving your notifications. You get all the notifications on there from your texts, your WhatsApp, Facebook, and more really. Now, for the only con, and especially the only one I can think of, is the fact that you can't reply back to Facebook or WhatsApp messages directly from the watch itself. But with all this in mind, I'm going to give it an MMB rating of 8 out of 10. Be sure to like, comment and subscribe to the channel to keep up to date with all things tech for the everyday family. But do you have a product that you want us to review for our next video? If you do, pop a comment in the box below or contact us via the Facebook page at MMB Tech TV. Thanks for watching, and see you all next time for another episode of MMB Tech TV. Goodbye for now.